Hello there, and welcome to Statistics. I know you're excited, right? Yay! Let's get excited. It's a good course. I think you definitely will enjoy it. Certainly gives you many opportunities for looking at data, examining it, answering questions, all that good stuff. So you're going to see that this course has Blackboard. Okay, so that's kind of the shell around everything. That's where you will see I will post announcements each week. Okay, so they should go straight to your email because I tell it to also email you through Blackboard. So if you set up your FSCJ, I was trying to think of our letters, email account, it will go straight to your email there. And the other thing in here, there's a couple of other things to notice. The discussions. Here you can ask me questions. I'm going to show you there's another way to ask questions as well. Cyber Cafe, a lot of times we do this if students just want to kind of talk amongst themselves. I don't typically come in here at all. And then greetings and introductions. This is where you'll come in and you'll say, hey, howdy from Texas, because I am in Texas. So you will introduce yourself and all that good stuff. All right. So then also in here, and this is very good. Well, let me say the calendar of activities is good to know where this is. This is going to be the same thing that you're going to see in the syllabus. Yours will look a little different because mine's where I can edit it, but definitely go read the syllabus because, hey, there's me. Definitely read through the syllabus because you're going to see that that's going to be your due date calendar where you want to keep up with everything. I look different there, huh? I never could figure out how to get that picture to change. Go through everything right away so that way if you have any questions, you can ask me. I put office hours here. That's kind of weird because it's online and I'm always on office hours, right? You can always get in touch with me. But these are the times that I will be sitting at the computer. That phone is this phone right here. That's my puppy. And feel free to even text me, if it's like, hey, Cindy, can you go check your email or whatever you need. There's some stuff here, the textbook. This is all online, so it's an online course. And the big part of this is my math lab. Okay, so that kind of goes, I'll talk about my math lab in a minute, goes through that. And then, of course, the schedule. Okay, so you definitely want to stay on schedule. Be sure you stay on schedule. So if I go back here in the course and I go to the announcements, and in fact, you'll see this in the syllabus as well, it gives you a course ID. You're going to hear me call this my math lab, my stats lab, Pearson. It's all the same thing. It's a publisher, Pearson. And what you do is you go to this website and you purchase the code to get into the course, and that's your student code. Then you need to get in my course, which it will ask you for my course ID, and that's the Robert 74973. You can see that was back here, right there in the syllabus as well. All right, and this isn't going to go away. I don't have it where it disappears. But as soon as you can get in there, because you're going to see the majority of your work is going to be in the lab. Now, I don't want you to forget about Blackboard though, because there's also a section here that says homework and test hints. And in here, you're going to see formula sheets that you're allowed to use during the test, hints for particular tests. And look at this homework help. If you go into homework help and you're struggling, say on, I don't know, section 5.3, and you go to section 5.3, you're going to see that I have lots of different things in here. Some of them are maybe just Word documents that I walk you through step by step. You'll see some have videos, some show you how to do things by hand, paper, and pencil, some by calculator. There is something in the lab called StatCrunch that students tend to like, so I show you all that good stuff. Don't forget these. I will remind you about them. Students tend to forget about them, and they say, hey, can you help me do the one with the brown eye binomial distribution? And I'll say, I had that in Blackboard. You got to go look in Blackboard. So don't forget about these, okay? All right. So that's pretty much the Blackboard side of it. Is you'll probably only come back in here mainly for the homework and test hints and tips. All right, don't forget about it. Okay, so back here somewhere, I have my course set up already for you. So as soon as you log in, you'll be able to get started working right away. And in here, and again, yours is going to look a little different being a student, but you're going to have a bunch of assignments. Okay, so I'm going to go and show what it looks like on my end, but you'll see, you'll click on a thing that says assignments, and it says your first assignment, then you have due dates, right? And then your next assignment, then you have due dates. So you can see all the due dates are put in here. Now, the part that I want you to recognize, okay, is the homework when you actually start working on these. So you come in here and it's going to give you a bunch of questions, and you go through and you answer each question. And I can see in here there's 13 questions. You could actually do the drop down and go in any order you want. I probably would stay in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it's gonna follow a particular order. So I probably wouldn't jump around. All right, so let's say that you're working on this and it says, is this a statistic or a parameter? The study of college students. I don't even know what them words are. So let's click C, check answer, and I got it wrong. But then it kind of gives me a definition here, you know, that says, what's the definition of a parameter? What's the definition of statistic? So let's say I try that. It says final check, and I got it wrong. And it tells me which one's correct. You get unlimited tries on homework. So hit similar question, and then you get another question, okay? So you want to continue to work these problems over and over, okay? I get it wrong, I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Let's say get it wrong. And I get to continue to do these over and over and over until I finally get them correct. Until that finally is a green, okay, a green check. So here it basically tells me it's a sample, so I know it's going to be a statistic because it's a sample. The value is a statistic, and again, a lot of these are definition type stuff. And when you get it right, it says, nice, good job, Cindy. Pat yourself on your back, high five, air high fives, let's do it. And then you could go on to the next question. You could go back to this one and say, well, I don't really understand this. Let me work another one. But you want to be sure when you leave it, it has a green check mark. Okay, so let's say you're somewhere in some of these questions down here, and you're working on one, and I don't know what any of these things mean. So you have a bunch of different choices. If you go to question help, most students don't use the help me solve this because it helps you solve that problem right there, and then it gives you a new one. Most students like the view an example because the view an example, notice letter grades on a project, ranks, these are different. And so when I go through here, it gives me all the definitions, okay, and ranks. Looks like something that might be in order. When I close this, my problem doesn't change, and then I can answer it, okay? So let's say you're in here and the help me solve this, the view an example. You can go through some examples. It'll take you to the textbook. Let's say none of that stuff helps. Then you click ask my instructor. I'm in a preview. Yours will pop up. Is when you click ask my instructor, what happens, it sends me your exact problem. If you just say, hey, Cindy, question number 10, I don't understand it, I might not get the same. Remember when I went into the view an example, I got letter grades on a project, right? So the help me solve this, or ask my instructor, I'm sorry, that's going to be your best friend. Anytime if you're spending a lot of time on a problem and you just can't figure it out, and you remember to go back and check first in Blackboard to see, well, maybe she actually had a homework hint on that one, right? Because we were just in 1.3, and maybe she's already actually given an example of that one. If not, then probably what I'll do is I'll be adding to these, right, as you guys ask questions. So you're going to see all your work is in the lab. All your work is in the lab, okay? It's just outside help is what I have in Blackboard. So you're going to see homework questions. You're going to see quizzes. Now, quizzes are going to be a little different. You're not going to have that extra help, okay, because it's quizzing you on this material. So definitely don't skip problems and say, yeah, I don't care about that one. Guess what? That'd probably be the one that shows up on the quiz, right? And then as you continue along, you'll finally get to a test, okay? And that'll be proctored for you guys. And so once you get through, you get to the point for your test. It's still here on the computer, but when you click on it, it's going to ask you for a password, okay? And that's your proctor will give you that password. So that should pretty much be everything, I can think of. Again, probably the order, well, watch this video, read the syllabus, get into the lab as quickly as you can, okay? Get into my class, because I'll be bugging you and I'll say, why aren't you in my lab yet? Okay, and so get into it as quickly as you can, because you're going to see the first week. We have a lot going on, all right? So let's have a great course, and please remember, I am here every step of the way when you need help.